All right, welcome to our first video of 2026. We had a big year last year, finishing with just over 30 videos, so we're excited to see what this year brings. As we launch what will be our fourth full year of this channel, we just want to say thank you to all those that have come along for the ride. All right, let's get started. In today's video,
we're in Sanford, Florida.
For context, we visited Sanford in mid-January 2026. Sanford is a suburb of the greater Orlando metro area.
We start at the Ritz Theater, which is an 823-seat theater opened in 1923. It closed in 1978, but was restored and reopened in 2000. It shows live shows, concerts, and movies. Sanford was founded by Henry Sanford and incorporated in 1877 with a population of 100. Henry Sanford dubbed it Historic Waterfront Gateway City because it sits on the southern shore of Lake Monroe, where it connects to the St. Johns River, which ultimately ends in the Atlantic Ocean.
And we will be checking out that beautiful waterfront a little later in the video.
As we work our way down First Avenue toward Sanford Avenue, a little more about the history. So in addition to being a hub for water traffic, railroads came to the area in the 1880s, making it a key transportation hub and the largest shipper of oranges in the world. Across the street, you see the fire station built in 1887 to house the police and fire departments as well as the city jail. It now houses the station bar and grub and the old jailhouse kitchen. If you see Celery City written on the window there, that's because the Great Freeze of 1894 to 1895 ruined the citrus industry, so farmers diversified growing vegetables, particularly celery, leading to Sanford's nickname as Celery City. Current population is about 65,000.
If you're new to our channel, our focus is always historic downtowns and waterfronts when applicable. So if you're looking for your favorite strip mall or high school, you won't find them in our videos. You'll notice a lot of street art featured in this video, and if like us you enjoy that, we do have a section dedicated to the street art we found towards the end of the video.
So we're now headed down Sanford Avenue in an area known as the Sanford Avenue Entertainment District. It had a lot of bars, restaurants, and shops.
Yes, Sanford Avenue is a very historic part of the downtown, and there are a lot of placards so you can have your own self-guided walking tour of the area.
The Sanford Avenue Business District really thrived from the 1880s to the 1950s when Sanford was a booming agricultural and transportation hub. And here we see Wops Hops Brewing Company, which sits in the old Stokes Fish Market built in the 1930s.
And of course we had to check it out before we left town.
We're now reaching the residential area known as Georgetown. This was a historically black neighborhood settled in the 1880s. In fact, the entire district was placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2020.
And as I said earlier, since our primary focus is the historic downtown, this was also a good place to turn around and go check out the waterfront, which will be our next destination.
So as we work our way to the water, this is known as the Cultural Corridor. It's a 12-installation public art area designed to highlight the area's diverse history. So it has murals and sculptures that you'll see along the way.
We really enjoyed the eclectic nature of this part of the downtown. If you choose to visit Sanford, please don't sleep on Sanford Avenue. Although perpendicular to the main street that cuts through downtown, this is worth a visit in and of itself.
As Jeff mentioned earlier, there are these signs throughout downtown. You can do a self-guided tour about the history of Sanford and even scan QR codes for more information. Many of these talk about the influential leaders throughout the city's history.
Yeah, we really love it when a city provides a self-guided walking tour. And in fact, much of the information we're providing you in this video comes from said tour. And as promised, now we're approaching the beautiful waterfront.
And here in Fort Mellon Park, we see the Sanford Museum, which is free of charge and open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 5. And now we're at Lake Monroe, which we mentioned earlier connects to the St. Johns River. And here you see one of the cruise ship boats. You can do river cruises 7 days a week with a sunset cruise available on Saturdays.
And of course, since this is Florida, you could very well spot an alligator sunning himself on the shore.
So we learned that in the 50s and 60s, this area was really popular for visitors to come see the New York Giants baseball spring training and enjoy water recreation here along Lake Monroe. And here we are at Veterans Memorial Park. It was actually built in 1924 with the focus on those who had lost their lives in World War I. In 1973, it was rededicated to honor all veterans, and you can see the park has signage throughout which allows you to do a self-guided walking tour.
A beautiful tribute to our nation's heroes.
This area actually had a naval air station that was built in 1942, but it closed for good in 1968 and eventually became the Sanford Orlando International Airport.
After exploring that beautiful waterfront, it was time to head back into the heart of the downtown.
This building, built in 1922, was built by the same contractor who did the Lincoln Memorial. And this red brick building was constructed in 1910 as a dry goods store. The yellow building across the street was built in the 40s and houses retail on the first floor and 15 apartments on the second floor.
It's always good to see some residential units integrated into a historic downtown.
The city's founding fathers were Henry Sanford and Joseph Tucker, lawyers who were on opposite sides during the Civil War, but they came together after the war to help reunite the country. They formed several business partnerships to help their new town succeed. This building is Henry's Depot, a historic railroad depot from the 1800s that now serves as a food hall.
We decided this would be a great turnaround point to head to the other side and work our way back into the core of the downtown. I believe Sanford is the 5th or 6th suburb of Orlando that we've actually filmed, and I have to say we have never been disappointed. If you visit Orlando, it's worth your time to check out these cute little suburbs.
This salmon-colored building was built in 1883 as a bank, but you'll notice this sign out front for Rollins College. This was the location that they incorporated, organized, and named the college back in 1885. But Rollins College itself is in Winter Park. You may have seen it in our Winter Park video. It's recognized as Florida's oldest post-secondary institution.
With that said, it's time for our final thoughts on this cute little town, and after that, we will show you the street art section we referenced earlier in the video. All right, Sanford, Florida. What was your favorite thing, your most surprising, and your overall impression?
Okay, my favorite thing is that it sits right along the St. John River, which made it really cool, historic downtown and riverfront. Most surprising, this is known for celery growing. It's actually known as Celery City. And my overall impression is I really like it. Very vibrant, a lot to do down here. Loved it, thought it was great.
Yeah, this was a fantastic surprise. This is kind of what I call a twofer, because not only do you have an awesome historic downtown, but they did a wonderful job with the waterfront. And yeah, so my overall impressions is this was an absolute home run, and I'm so glad that we stopped.
Agreed.
So huge thumbs up for me.
Me too.
All right, get off the couch and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.